Should I read this? Would you like to do the flag salute and going down?
Can we open the meeting? Okay. Open the meeting in a moment of silence, followed by the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council was called pursuant to provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law. Notice this meeting was sent to Asbury Park Press. Sent to Asbury Park Press and published on December 20th, 2020, and set for republication for virtual meetings on January 21st, 2021, with the link Zoom meeting ID 998-3326-1382. Roll call. Councilman Fernando, do you have audio yet? He's connecting. I see him right here. So I see him too. I'm present while his audio is connecting. Councilman Moses?
Here.
I got you. Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Councilman Murray is absent. Councilman Rollshausen?
Here.
Councilman Taylor?
Here.
And Mayor Hanchett?
Here.
We have a quorum, sir. We'll open up to public comment.
Open the public comment.
Public comments open. Anybody has questions or comments, please step forward with your name and address. There are no public on the Zoom link, so seeing no questions or comments right now, do I have a motion to close public comment?
Rollshausen.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comments closed. We have no ordinances. We do have resolutions. There are consent agenda. The following is considered routine by the Borough of South End Borough. We need no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, then the item will be removed and from consent and considered separately. First resolution is 125, authorizing the Mayor and Borough Administrator to apply for the 2021 Local Recreation Improvement Grant application. 126 is authorizing Madonna Stanton and Associates to complete a minor subdivision on Block 20, Lot 1.03, in an amount not to exceed $5,000. 127 is approval of May 10th council minutes. And 129 is approving the renewal of a plenary license, a liquor license of Karen 1, license 12944001005. As presented, are there motions to approve?
Taylor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, motion's approved. Thank you. We do have bill lists. We can. You want to go to correspondence first? Mr. Steve Gallagher is not here yet.
Okay.
So, okay. I do have some new business to report. You want to do that, or you want to do reports? Sorry.
New business first, we'll save the reports for last.
Okay. Thank you, sir. There is an anticipated executive order coming out on Friday from the governor's office. Along with that, many municipalities are also considering a date of being open to the public. In just speaking with a few people, I would like a confirmation on the anticipated date that we would be open to the public. Many are starting as June 1st, so next Monday would be many towns open. So
Tuesday.
Oh, so Tuesday. Sorry, can I get any feedback on that, please?
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
January 1st, open to public. Okay.
June 1st.
I'm sorry, June 1st. Thank you. You know, I'm putting 21 behind us already. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now,
That was a bad year.
with or without mask?
So that is the other aspect. We are anticipated, there's an anticipation of a new executive order on masks. So before we publicly state on how we're going to abide by that, I would like them to announce that mask update first. There is conversation with all of our employees that if they feel uneasy in any shape or form, they have the ability to wear a mask, no matter what. So we're going to see what this mask update is on Friday, although we are anticipating all masks for fully vaccinated people to be lifted. But again, we want to wait to see how the state announces that on Friday. Suez correspondence we received. Many residents over the past week or weekend have received messages from Suez due to the current heat and dry spell. So they issued an auto call system-wide to all Toms River and South Toms River and Berkeley residents requesting customers conserve water and refrain from non-essential water usage in order to help the community meet water demand without placing further strain on the water system. And we have a conversation or call with Suez following up tomorrow. In response, also I guess the ball fields or whoever's using the Recreation Commission and other residents, I have requested that the Ocean County Mosquito Commission come out and evaluate our ball fields. They're going to evaluate all 7 acres. They're going to look on the borders along the tree lines to see if how many, what type of mosquitoes are there, and then they will let us know after the evaluation and most likely spray.
How about ticks?
So that was
Complaints.
yes, that's part of this. The Mosquito Commission doesn't handle the tick aspect, but I did reach out to Ozane this past week. They did come to the field and they gave us quotes for the spray of mosquitoes, which we're going to wait on that one because we want the Ocean County Mosquito Commission to see what they can do. Free charge. But I have quotes right here. So we had Ozane provide quotes for the entire ball field, right? If they were going to be just mosquitoes, they spray 3 times a year, and that cost would be $2,250. If it's a flea, mosquito and tick, there's 5 sprays total between the mosquito and then the ticks, and that's $2,975. So if you combine them both, they are $7 more. So it's a slight savings, even though you're paying more. At the same time, because we had complaints, we also had them provide an estimate on brook forest. And if it was just mosquitoes, it's $195, so about $900 for the year on that. Tick one is $275. Combined on brook forest would be $975 for both mosquito and tick. So those are the quotes so far. I definitely want to speak with our CFO about the availability of funds. But this is what we have so far. So we can proceed with the tick, and we can also proceed with the mosquito. I take the choice, but I'd like to find out what the Commission would like to do first. That's all I have for new business. We do have old business.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
I do spraying for ticks and all. I just talked to the guy over there. Ozone, where they started coming is.
Yes.
I met him over as well. I talked to as well.
Were you happy with? Well, so he did quote. Yes, he quoted us at Brook Forest for a combined mosquito and tick at $975 for the entire year.
Okay.
If it was just the tick spray, it would be just under $900 actually. So it's a pretty good deal for a combined mosquito and tick at Brook Forest. And again, at the ball fields, if it was just the tick spray, it's $2,250. If it was mosquito and tick, it is $2,975, and that's just for the ball fields. So we're looking at about $3,800, $3,900 for both fields for everything combined if we're going to go that route. Under old business, we have June 5th, this coming weekend, we have the J&J COVID-19 vaccine at the Recreation Building from 10 a.m. to noon.
2 weekends.
2 weekends? Thank you, 2 weekends.
Weekend, 2 weekends.
2 weekends, thank you. And on June 26th, we have the EMS 58th anniversary dinner.
Where's that at?
Claire.
Sorry. That's all I have for new and old business is, so we can move on to the reports or bills, sir.
No less, I guess, next.
Okay.
Steve just got it.
Mr. Steve Faulkner.
Pretty kind of.
I try to stall as long as I can.
I got a question, maybe you know. On page 4 of 16, this charge for planning and other expenses for Serenian, Edwards and Nolan, 2,100. What is that?
They are still working for the borough.
No, I realize that. I just didn't know whether,
I would have to, I can pull the bill specifically and let you know, like, you know, what his invoice is. I can forward it to you if you want also, I think it's in an email. That is separate though from the court, even though they're related, they're a different service. The JDM, that's for the court master itself. That's for the public hearing, the fairness hearing that was held and everything else. And then the promulgation of that is the bill from Serenian.
I just want to see before I,
I'm not sure if I can pull it right now for you. We can also, if you want, we can approve the bills at, if you have upon satisfactory information too.
okay,
Like contingent on satisfactory.
that's
you know.
fine.
Let me see if we can try to find you for you.
Do you know if that's his first bill that he's charged us, or?
No, I don't believe it's his first. I believe it's his second, but I would have to.
No, I just don't remember seeing
To
it.
find out the list before. Yeah, I can't pull up on my email right now, so I'll have to have Steve pull the bill on it. Here's all pretty much with the-
Thanks. Looks like it's all back from January. All right. Yeah, it's just from January 8th to 31st, and it's just basically catching up, making calls and being brought up to date, I guess, from Gene and all that type of stuff.
It's that and going up to the fairness hearing that was concluded with the courts. Yeah, in preparation of that, absolutely. To compile, just to let you know, to compile, or for the courtmaster and all entities involved with that, we actually had to get all of our planners and engineers involved, and they were asking for documentation as well, so there was a lot of facilitation going on to get that all completed.
Did we have to repair the gas pump again?
The gas pump was down a few weeks ago. There was it wasn't the nozzle this time, it was spring. The spring was bad. So we had to reorder the spring, but that's been fixed for several weeks now.
Yeah, well, that was on the last bill, right? And this is on here again?
I'm not aware of
It
that.
says 48413.
$918, but we approved it, bill this last month.
What page are you on?
7 of 16.
Tom, do you want to see this?
That's what it was last time, yeah, this spring.
Well, that's not that we're that was in April.
Yeah.
So those were the dates, those were the 2 dates.
So they get paid.
Oh, these are service dates. This is a combined
Yeah.
service date, 4/8/4/13. Yeah. Yeah. One was a service call, and then one was the installation of the spring. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's not paying twice for this.
Definitely not. No. Unfortunately, the original company we bought the spring, the pump from, is no longer in service or in business. So, yeah.
Glad to get a note.
Any further questions? Any questions from the public?
You know, again.
No for it, sir.
Kevin McCormick, oh again. I gave everybody a copy of my vouchers from February and March last month. And to date, Steve has not done nothing about reimbursement. And I feel like I'm getting harassed. Going on. Some of it's 4 months, some 3 months. It's over $1,000, not fair to me. No. I think somebody should do something right now. Here I backed on a couple of the departments. That's not our fault. He's here to do a job, he needs to do it. Thank you.
The voucher that Mr. McCormick was talking about is about $1,100, right? And then we have it.
$1,020.75.
So we do have it. It's in.
He has the receipts, everything. I did it all proper, I've been doing for the last 20-some years. Now, I don't know what's going on with this. He's cautious, he has problems getting things paid. No. Not right. He's not here, he's not gone yet. He's still got to do his job. Thank you. Well, you did get the memo about the purchase order procedures. I got that last week, sir, yeah, before I left. And technically, that's what we've been doing it all along. He gets the receipts. I signed it department head if it pertains to the department. Anything else I do, Joe
We've
with.
been getting reimbursements, not purchase orders.
This is reimbursements.
Yeah, reimbursements is different than the procedure of purchase orders, which
I
is
know that,
our
sir.
normal procedure than being reimbursed.
The only thing, if it's like the OEM class, the CPR classes, I've always paid for. Because if you try to get a PO out of him, it's very difficult. I still have a PO I put in for 3 weeks ago for PPE. He's not responded to that yet. Now, PPE is important. Okay, we're good on masks, excuse me, but the hand sanitizer, the phones, PD's got 1 left out of 4. Public Works got 1 out of 2. You know, they're getting low. And even if we do wear the mask, we still got to clean our hands and everything. I'm sorry, but we got to do it. You know, we want to protect our workers and the public. You know, this is things, come January, I've got 40 years here. I know the job. People get upset the way I run things, but it's by the book. I know people question why I had Bill in charge. Technically, he's the closest person. That's why you saw Ocean County Sheriff on there on this thing. He's supposed to get here, open it up. Then when the other deputies show up, which one of them's 20 minutes, one's 15 minutes away. He's 5 minutes. He can open up, have the radio going, and be calling people in. And then when the others get here, they all have a job. Bill goes right to the radio room every time everybody's here. It's a procedure. You guys all have different jobs. You all have different committees. You know, we've got to protect our town. In 2 weeks, we start hurricane season. Now, one deputy is supposed to do classes. He took 4 and never went back for his test. That was 3 months ago. I called him twice. They've offered to let him go to another class to make it up. He hasn't responded to it, all right? You can't do it, you can't do it. But you got to do the classes. I go through a lot of classes. Now, I make the time. You're going to take the job, you got to do it. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
We doing the buildings?
Hang on.
Everybody's done? Over.
I'm ready for approval if everyone's motion.
I'll vote for it. Okay. Roll stop.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, motion carried. Bills are paid. We've done new business and old business. Mayor, we're down to reports.
Okay, Councilman Taylor.
I had a football camp 2 weeks ago. It was outstanding. It was a great football camp. We had a nice lot of kids, all the way from 7 years old to senior. It was really good. Councilman Sam Fennell, he was already helping me. Like I said, we had a great time. We had to switch our youth day because they're having the J&J, so the youth day will be the 12th.
June.
Yes. So I want to sit down with Joe tomorrow if you got time to decide about wines and what else. Also talk to some people about some vendors to come out there. I know they got to do the forum, which is good. Ross, how much is the cost for the summer camp?
Summer camp registration is, the committee has decided to extend the discounted registration fee. So registration fee is $25 per camper for the entire month and $100 for trip and activity fees.
So basically $125.
The total cost for a camper is $125 for the entire month.
Because I was talking to some people about scholarships. I talked to you a little bit about that. You know, I want to try to set up a few scholarships for kids, and we'll decide, or we'll let the school decide who needs it. But I will get back with you on that. Also, in July,
not to interrupt, a couple of years ago, we talked about doing a similar program, and we developed a kind of an application form, which just has some very basic information, doesn't get too detailed, but we thought it was sufficient to try to identify somebody who truly needed rather than somebody who was just kind of looking, you know.
all right, so
I can get you a copy of that if you want to look at it. And
yes, I would. I would like that. I would like that a lot. Also in July, I was talking to Koch, and this is basically Jamil Calhoun's idea. We want to set up a 5K run out here with a mile walk. We want to set up, and all the proceeds will go to the programs. So in July, I just starting it now. We'll get back with y'all on that. Talking to Koch about it, we can set up a little course out here. We'll get people to sponsor. We'll get people to sponsor. I'll figure it out. I'll put it together. We'll maybe get some, town or someone in the business to sponsor a couple of kids or adults or whatever. We can do it up good. We can just be adding another program to our list for the kids and adults. and we can take that money and use that money towards programs. That is it with me.
Rob, excuse me, you want to use the sign again for Youth Day?
Yes, please.
All right, you gotta send us an email, that's all we ask,
All right,
what you want on it.
all right. Joe got the flyer.
Okay.
Joe, don't forget to put the back in the potty johns. We'll be your secretary.
Actually, those people want to visit, we gotta find a new company.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's it. If anybody got any questions for me about the program or whatever.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mayor. I just went to a recognition meeting, where we discussed the summer camp, but Sandy can probably fill you in better on the updated information for the summer camp.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended a land use board meeting. We had the townwide yard sale the other day, and from hearing feedback from people, I don't know how it worked. My daughter put a lot of stuff out, and we had a decent amount of people. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't as good as other years. And I actually did a little more advertising where I went to a lot of different stores. Joe made up some flyers, I put them up. I went back afterwards and took them down. But some people said they only had 2 people come. And I don't know what happened there, because I had well more than 2, you know. And I know Mike Capolito, he had a big sign right by the school there, pointing right to his house, and they said they did fairly well. I learned something from him. But then myself, Chief Kosh, and Councilman Fennell all met for the police committee meeting. We went over a few things. The new list was certified. He's working on reviewing applicants. They had 1 SLEO 2 interview. They've been doing property checks, which I've noticed we're seeing a lot more police presence throughout the neighborhood. I've actually heard from neighbors that actually was asking if there was something going on, that they were seeing the cops more. The chief also mentioned about that new, coming in August, there's a new law coming out where full-time certified police officers in New Jersey, they don't have to be on civil service, can actually do a transfer to a town that wants to hire them. But they're waiting for guidance on civil service, so that could either help us or hurt us. He also expressed interest in hiring a 6th crossing guard, or maybe try to get someone per diem just to cover if they're using the police to fill it in. And right now they have 1 crossing guard that's been out for a little while, so it's taken away the police. Let's see. Then he talked about the cars. He's actually also concerned about a couple POs that he's waiting on. We also talked about equipment that was going to be transferred. You know, he mentioned that it's the bare minimum that he could take, you know, from the cars. But the few of the things are the LPR, which is the license plate reader, the radar, e-ticket, the rifle rack, and the radio. He also mentioned that him and his wife were out and noticed my issue with the light at the parkway, where, you know, there's no one on the other side by the Mako side, and you're waiting for that light to turn, which can be annoying when you're on your way to work. Also, the chief mentioned about having a quarterly meeting with On Point, and he's pleased with the program, how it's going. And he also invited us to come out to the next meeting with the police committee. So we're going to work on getting that to happen. And that's about it.
Well, we have Councilman Fennell. That's on there too for past. Sorry.
No, come on.
Councilman Fennell, do you have a report?
Yeah, Two things, well, a couple things. When they say that Rob's, our Keller's, football camp was really nice. At the footstep order, our council or somebody else had been there, so these kids that, people that we, have love for these kids, So, it was really good. Good job. There's a lot of people there, and it was good, good thing for the kids. As far as the police department, they're doing a good job too, as far as being out here. People see their, presence, on the road here, make sure people are speeding that, in the neighborhood. And last, the parking lot at Brook Forest was seal coated. Last week, or a week ago. So that's seal coated down, and as far as it goes right now. That's it.
But he said snow covered.
A little hot for that.
I think he did.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Sam?
Excuse me for my voice is sore today, that's all.
No worries, thank you. Other reports, sir?
You want to give your report, Chief?
I don't really have much to report, just to touch a little bit on what Tom was saying. Chief Kosh, South Hunter Police Department. I do have the final quotes for the vehicles here. This is for the CFO. I requested some documents for the credit app, the Ford credit app. The total cost for the three vehicles, $136,946.68, spread over 4 years. We got it down to an annual payment of $36,043.36, which is about just under $2,000 under where we wanted to be. We budgeted $36,000. So I think Tom reported last month that that the first year we would probably use that $2,000 for graphics. Second, third, and fourth year it'll be savings back to the borough. We can cut that out of the budget or whatever. So. I did straighten out the PO stuff with the CFO just now, so that's all good to go. Is there anything else I needed? I'm sorry I walked in late on your report.
No, actually, I think that's it.
Okay. All right, and the DOT was notified about the travel lift.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome. We do have a small topic of discussion in executive session. No.
I got like a small report myself to do.
I got something.
I also attended a meeting with the chief of police. I have a monthly meeting with him, so we went over pretty much everything that Tom had discussed, so I'm aware of all these things. I attended a Teams meeting on Zoom, I guess with regards to redevelopment and what's going on over with the proposed affordable housing behind the Public Works building. I submitted our Clean Communities grant application, so hopefully we'll be getting some money from that. Our good friend Ron Cracker from JCP&L just retired last week, so sorry to see him leave, and I'm not sure who's going to be taking his place yet. I didn't get a chance to stop over at Rob's football camp he had. I had a prior engagement. I wasn't able to make it. I heard it was pretty good, and I'm sorry I just wasn't able to go. We're looking forward to it. Also attend a land use board meeting, OEM meeting. We're in the plans of working on a good youth day this year too. Me and Rob have been speaking, and with everybody else.
Anybody else want it?
We have a lot of different ideas we want to get going, and talking with our administrator. Also, I had just heard about the plans for having a 5K, is it?
Mile walk.
Mile walk, that's something really interesting. I would like to have something like that. As things begin to open up more, with the governor's executive orders, today it was on. It looks like June 4th, pretty much all restrictions are going to be lifted for gatherings, social distancing, mask requirements. We're waiting for more guidance on that. But he had said something today. I was watching his report on TV that If you want to go to the Devil's Day next June 4th, it's 100% capacity, no problem, no social distancing, everything's going to be lifted. He's going to be using the honor system, I guess. If you've been vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. If you're not vaccinated, you should wear a mask. I'm not sure how they're going to figure that out or how they're going to mandate that, but that's the way it's going to be. And hopefully everybody's getting vaccinated. Things are getting better in our town and throughout the state, and we try to get back into some sort of normal, way of life again, once again, and that ends my report.
Mayor, excuse me, would you like a brief report on summer camp?
Yes.
Just status?
I would.
Sure, thank you. So we've been actively doing registrations. We are coming up on 3/4 registered, so there is still a little room. Of course, we do still have the month of June. We have, the staff is all in place, and background checks have been done on all the staff, including Chairman Gleason and myself as volunteers, who we spent some time at the camp, so we included ourselves in the group that's background checked, so that's done. Trips are being finalized, coming out, so we are still going to do some trips this year. The Toms River Schools have indicated that they are more than willing to provide transportation again this year. Of course, we do pay for it, but last year they wouldn't have done it. If we'd had camp last year, they wouldn't have been able to do it. The state school lunch program through the Lakewood schools is running also. We will be using that, although this year we made plans early on because we didn't know about social distancing. We don't really have the room to social distance 50 to 60 kids and staff to serve lunch all at one time, which is a requirement for the state lunch program. So we shortened the day at camp this year. It's 9 to 1, and we are sending lunch home with every child every day this year. It's very fortunate that the governor sounds like he's going to relax all the restrictions, but we've planned so far, fortunately, to shorten the school day so we can deal with distancing, and now maybe it's not an issue, but it's a little too late to change the plans.
Well, it doesn't appear that he's going to relieve any restrictions on summer camps, though. That's specified.
Well, then we're already scheduled to allow for that.
Yeah,
We don't have the room to social distance, so we couldn't serve lunch en masse.
I know there's a lot of guidelines with the summer camps.
I've gotten video training for the staff from JIF and from the state, all of which has been sent to the staff members to watch. We've gotten codes of conduct signed. So we're paying a lot of attention to that this year. We will be making plans to provide masks to the kids each day. We had a lot of conversation about how to properly do that. So anyway, plans are progressing. We will be ready to go on July 6th, which is the day after Independence Day, July 5th this year. And looking forward to a good camp. It'll run through announced earlier, it'll run through June 30th, the Friday, and then the camp barbecue, which of course everybody's invited to, will be Saturday the 31st at the rec building. It's wide open, bring family and friends. So there'll be a lot more information coming out about that as well. Anybody have any questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no other actionable business, Mayor. We do have just a brief conversation in executive session. That's all.
Motion to
Motion to approve Resolution 128, authorizing executive session for purposes of training and coverage. All in favor?
You want to adjourn now, too?
Basically, there's going to be no actionable items. Can I have a motion to adjourn? All in favor? Any opposed? Seeing none, we're adjourned as well. Thank you.